Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Old Quarter Dollar USA. Top 1. The 1966 quarter dollar of the United States of America is an important coin in American numismatic history because it was produced during a major transition period in U.S. coinage. This coin belongs to the famous Washington Quarter Series, which was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The 1966 quarter features the same classic Washington portrait that had been in use since 1932. On the obverse front side of the coin, you will see the left-facing bust of George Washington. Above his head is the word Liberty, while the motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left of his portrait. The year 1966 is shown at the bottom of the coin. One special thing about the 1966 quarter is that it has no mint mark. From 1965 to 1967, the U.S. government removed mint marks from coins in order to discourage coin hoarding during a national coin shortage. Because of this, even coins struck at different mints did not carry the usual identifying letters such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco. On the reverse back side of the 1966 quarter, the design shows a heraldic eagle with wings spread wide. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend the nation, and beneath the arrows are two olive branches representing peace. Above the eagle is the national motto, E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. Around the top edge you will read, United States of America, and at the bottom is the denomination quarter dollar. This reverse design was created by John Flanagan, the same sculptor who designed the obverse portrait of Washington. The overall design is simple, bold, and deeply symbolic of American values such as unity, freedom, and strength. The 1966 quarter is also historically important because it was made after the United States stopped using silver in regular circulating quarters. Before 1965, quarters were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, due to rising silver prices and coin shortages, the Coinage Act of 1965 changed the metal composition. The 1966 quarter is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of an inner core of pure copper and outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This gives the coin a total weight of 5.67 grams and a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. If you look at the edge of the coin, you will see a visible copper-colored stripe in the middle, which shows the layered metal structure. This change marked a new era in American coin production and made the 1966 quarter one of the early clad quarters in circulation. In terms of mintage, hundreds of millions of 1966 quarters were produced to meet the high demand for coins in commerce. Because mint marks were removed and large quantities were struck, the 1966 quarter is generally common in circulated condition. Most coins found today show signs of wear from daily use, such as smoothing of Washington's hair and flattening of the eagle's feathers. In circulated grades, the coin usually has modest value, close to its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples with strong luster and sharp details can be more desirable to collectors. Coins graded in high mint state conditions by professional grading services may command higher prices, especially if they are well preserved and free from scratches, stains, or contact marks. Collectors also look for special varieties or errors in 1966 quarters. While no major famous variety is widely known for this year, some minor double dies, off-center strikes, or other mint errors may exist and can increase a coin's value significantly. Because 1966 quarters were struck during a time of heavy production pressure, small striking imperfections are sometimes seen. Proof quarters were not officially issued for collectors in 1966 because proof production was temporarily suspended during the coin shortage period. Instead, special mint sets, SMS, were produced which contain higher quality examples than regular circulation coins, but are not traditional mirror-like proofs. The 1966 quarter dollar represents a key period in American coin history, when the country transitioned away from precious metal coinage and responded to economic challenges. For collectors and history lovers, this coin is more than just a piece of change. It reflects the economic and political decisions of the mid-1960s. Its classic Washington design connects it to decades of American heritage, while its clad composition marks the beginning of modern U.S. coinage. Even though it is common, the 1966 no-mint mark quarter remains an important and collectible coin in the long and proud history of United States currency. Next, top 2. The 1971 quarter dollar of the United States of America is part of the long-running and highly respected Washington quarter, one of the most collected coin series in American history. This series was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first president of the United States and a central figure in the American Revolution. The 1971 quarter continues the same traditional design that had been used for decades, making it both historically connected and visually familiar to collectors and everyday Americans. The D Mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major United States mint facilities responsible for producing circulating coins. On the obverse front of the 1971 D quarter, you will see the left-facing portrait of George Washington. Above his head appears the word Liberty, boldly engraved in capital letters. To the left of his portrait is the national motto, "In God We Trust," and below the image is the year 1971. The small D Mint mark is located on the obverse, to the right of Washington's ponytail ribbon. This placement was standard for quarters from 1968 onward. The portrait of Washington was designed by sculptor John Flanagan, whose initials JF can also be found on the coin near the base of the bust. The design is dignified and simple, symbolizing leadership, stability, and American pride. The reverse back of the 1971 D quarter features a powerful heraldic eagle with its wings fully spread. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, which represents strength and the nation's readiness to defend itself. Beneath the arrows are olive branches symbolizing peace. Above the eagle's head is the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one, expressing unity among the states. Around the upper edge of the coin you will read, United States of America, while the denomination quarter dollar appears at the bottom. This reverse design had been used on Washington quarters from 1932 until 1998, making the 1971 issue part of the classic original eagle reverse era before the later state quarters redesign. In terms of metal composition, the 1971 D quarter is made of copper-nickel clad rather than silver. After 1964, the United States stopped using 90% silver in regular circulating quarters because of rising silver prices and coin shortages. The 1971 quarter consists of an inner core of pure copper sandwiched between two outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The total weight of the coin is 5.67 grams, and it has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters with a reeded, grooved edge. If you look closely at the edge of the coin, you can see a copper-colored stripe in the middle, which reveals the layered clad structure. This composition remains standard for U.S. quarters even today. The mintage of the 1971 D quarter was very high, with hundreds of millions produced at the Denver Mint to meet the needs of commerce. Because of this large production number, the coin is considered common in circulated condition. Most examples found in pocket change show moderate wear, including flattening of Washington's hair details and smoothing of the eagle's feathers. In circulated grades, the value is usually close to its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples with original mint luster, sharp strikes, and minimal contact marks, are more desirable to collectors. Coins graded in high mint state conditions by professional grading companies can command higher premiums, especially if they are exceptionally well preserved. Collectors also search for error coins from 1971D, such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or coins struck on the wrong metal. While major rare varieties are not widely known for this specific year and mint, minor mint errors can significantly increase the value of a coin, depending on their rarity and condition. Additionally, some 1971 quarters were included in official mint sets, which often have better quality and stronger luster compared to coins released directly into circulation. Historically, the 1971 D quarter represents a stable period in American coin production during the early 1970s. It reflects the modern-clad era of United States coinage and continues the long tradition of honoring George Washington on the quarter dollar. Although it is not rare, it remains an important part of any Washington quarter collection. For many collectors, the 1971 D quarter symbolizes the strength, unity, and heritage of the United States, while also marking a time when American coinage had fully transitioned into its modern metallic form. Next, top 3. The 1977 D quarter dollar of the United States of America is part of the historic and long-running Washington quarter series, which has been one of the most popular and widely collected coin series in American history. This series was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first president of the United States and one of the most important leaders in the country's founding. By 1977, the Washington quarter had already been in circulation for 45 years and had become a familiar and trusted part of everyday American commerce. The D Mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the main production facilities of the United States Mint. On the obverse front of the 1977 D quarter, you will see the classic left-facing portrait of George Washington. The word Liberty appears boldly above his head along the upper rim of the coin. To the left of his portrait is the national motto, "In God We Trust," and below the bust is the year 1977. The small D Mint mark is located on the right side of the obverse, just to the right of Washington's ponytail ribbon. This mint mark placement had been standard since 1968. The portrait was designed by sculptor John Flanagan, and his initials JF can be seen near the base of Washington's neck. The design reflects dignity, leadership, and the values associated with the first president. The reverse back of the 1977 D quarter features a powerful heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing military strength and readiness to defend the nation. Beneath the arrows are olive branches representing peace. Above the eagle is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, symbolizing unity among the states. Around the top edge of the coin are the words, United States of America, while the denomination quarter dollar appears at the bottom. This eagle reverse design was used on Washington quarters from 1932 until 1998, making the 1977 issue part of the original classic design era before the state quarters program began in 1999. In terms of composition, the 1977 D quarter is made of copper-nickel clad metal. After 1964, the United States stopped producing 90% silver quarters due to rising silver prices and the need to reduce production costs. The 1977 quarter consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between two outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The total weight of the coin is 5.67 grams, and it has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. The edge is reeded grooved, and if you look closely at the edge, you can see a copper-colored stripe in the middle, which reveals the layered clad structure. This modern metallic composition has remained standard for quarters for decades. The mintage of the 1977 D quarter was very high, with hundreds of millions of coins produced at the Denver Mint. Because of this large production number, the coin is common in circulated condition and is often found in pocket change. Most circulated examples show signs of wear, such as smoothing of Washington's hair details and flattening of the eagle's feathers. In average circulated condition, the value is typically equal to its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples with original mint luster and sharp details are more desirable to collectors. High-grade mint state coins, especially those graded by professional services, may command higher premiums depending on their condition and eye appeal. Collectors sometimes look for mint errors in the 1977 D quarter, including double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or coins struck on incorrect metal blanks. While there are no extremely famous major varieties for this specific year, minor errors can still increase the coin's value significantly if they are rare and well-preserved. Additionally, 1977 quarters were included in official U.S. mint sets, which often contain coins in better condition than those released directly into circulation. Historically, the 1977 D quarter represents a period of stability in American coin production during the late 1970s. It reflects the modern-clad era of United States coinage and continues the tradition of honoring George Washington on the quarter dollar. Although it is not considered rare, it remains an essential piece for anyone building a complete Washington quarter collection. The 1977 D quarter stands as a symbol of American unity, strength, and heritage, connecting everyday commerce with the nation's long history and values. Next, top 4. The 1979 D quarter dollar of the United States of America is a classic coin from the long-running Washington quarter series. This famous series began in 1932 to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first president of the United States and a central figure in American history. By 1979, the Washington quarter had already been in circulation for nearly 5 decades and had become one of the most recognizable coins in American daily life. The D Mint mark on this coin shows that it was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for striking circulating coins for the nation. On the obverse front of the 1979 D quarter, you will see the well-known left-facing portrait of George Washington. The word Liberty appears boldly above his head along the upper rim of the coin. To the left of Washington's portrait is the national motto, "In God We Trust," and below the bust is the date, 1979. The small D Mint mark is located on the obverse to the right of Washington's ponytail ribbon. This mint mark placement had been standard since 1968. The portrait design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and his initials JF can be found near the base of Washington's neck. The design reflects leadership, strength, and the enduring respect Americans have for their first president. The reverse back of the 1979 D quarter features the traditional heraldic eagle design that was used on Washington quarters from 1932 until 1998. The eagle is shown with wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows symbolizing strength and military readiness. Beneath the arrows are olive branches representing peace. Above the eagle is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one, symbolizing unity among the states. Around the top edge of the coin are the words, United States of America, while the denomination quarter dollar appears at the bottom. This strong and patriotic design remained unchanged for many decades and is considered a classic in American coinage. In terms of metal composition, the 1979 D quarter is made of copper-nickel clad metal. After 1964, the United States stopped producing quarters with 90% silver, because of rising silver prices and economic concerns. The 1979 quarter consists of a pure copper core layered between two outer sheets of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The total weight of the coin is 5.67 grams, and it measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. The edge is reeded, featuring 119 small grooves, and if you look at the side of the coin, you will see a copper-colored stripe in the center, showing the layered construction. This clad composition was durable and cost-effective, making it suitable for high-volume circulation. The mintage of the 1979 D quarter was very large, with hundreds of millions produced at the Denver Mint to meet the country's demand for coinage. Because of this high mintage, the coin is considered common and is frequently found in circulated condition. Most circulated examples show wear on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. In average circulated grades, the coin's value remains close to its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples with original mint luster, sharp strike quality, and minimal contact marks are more desirable to collectors. High-grade mint state coins certified by professional grading services can command higher prices, especially if they display exceptional detail and eye appeal. Collectors also search for mint errors in the 1979 D quarter. Possible errors include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. Although there are no extremely famous major varieties widely recognized for the 1979 D quarter, minor error coins can still be valuable depending on their rarity and condition. Additionally, coins from official U.S. Mint sets often show better preservation and stronger luster compared to those released directly into circulation. Historically, the 1979 D quarter represents a stable and mature period in modern American coin production. It reflects the fully established clad era of United States coinage and continues the long-standing tradition of honoring George Washington on the quarter dollar. While it may not be rare, it remains an important part of any Washington quarter collection and serves as a symbol of American unity, strength, and national heritage. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, the 1979 D quarter connects everyday currency with the enduring legacy of the United States.